Okay, Nick, so let's just take a look at, first of all, the month-to-month change in the unemployment rate statewide. What did it look like for Oregon in November?
Oregon's unemployment rate dropped to 5.7% in November. That's down from 6% in October.
Continued good news for the economy, it sounds like. Pretty much what you've seen all year?
It is, yeah. The unemployment rate has hovered around 6% all year, some ups and some downs, but overall we're facing improving unemployment situation, especially when we consider the unemployment rate this time last year was 6.8%.
So what does it say when we go back to a couple months ago? We kind of had a dip there in September. Does that just all kind of go away now? I mean, when you look back?
Well, the unemployment rate went up in the summer as we had a lot more entrants into Oregon's labor force, and it takes people a while to find a job when they enter the labor force like that, but they've been finding work. We've been adding a lot of jobs, and unemployment rate is going down again.
Speaking of adding jobs, what did that look like as far as non-farm payroll employment this last month?
It was a big month for job growth. In November, we added 9,600 jobs. We'd have to go back to the mid-90s to see that kind of job growth.
Was this mostly due to what you saw holiday hiring? Because I realize these are seasonally adjusted numbers, but did the holidays retail have a lot to do with that?
Actually, most sectors added a lot of jobs in November, so it was pretty broad-based growth. However, retail trade did well, added 2,400 jobs, and that is on top of the normal seasonal hiring. So retailers hired what we'd expect for November and then some.
So where else was the job growth? You said it was kind of broad-based here.
Some of the larger sectors that have been adding a lot of jobs continued to add jobs in November. So professional and business services, healthcare, and leisure and hospitality all added at least 1,000 jobs.
So what are we seeing for the job seeker right now? Obviously, it looks like the jobs are there. So are people finding work fairly quickly? Is it still kind of a struggle? What's kind of the picture there for someone looking for work?
Well, with the unemployment rate low like it is, 5.7% is pretty low for Oregon historically. We're getting closer to what the national unemployment rate is. It was 5% in November. But these are sort of tighter labor market conditions where people should be able to find a job much quicker than they could last year, especially a few years back.
So we had, in the past, you had talked about the discouraged worker, and are you seeing the same type of trend in that area as well as you are in the regular unemployment rate?
Well, the unemployment rate is falling because there's a lot of job growth, so people are becoming employed. It's not because people have given up looking for work. There are some discouraged workers out there. Those are people who were looking for work but stopped because they don't think there's a good job opportunity for them. Those are fewer than 10,000 people in a labor force of about 1.9 million, so a small part of the overall story.
So Oregon, it sounds like, has a lot of momentum ending the year here. Do you see that trend kind of continuing?
Well, there's nothing in these figures that point to any sort of slowdown or change in the situation. We've been growing at about 3.4% over the year job growth for the last 10 months. Right now we're at 3.3 job growth. That's as fast as we were growing during the previous expansion. It's what we'd expect. And right now, job growth looks really good.